the work that you all provide for your clients. So when we're thinking about all of those things, I want to talk to you today about lessons that I learned from movies. There should have been a little snicker and laugh right there. Because movies are a depiction of imagination, but they're also a depiction of life. All right? The first movie I want to talk about is Avatar. Anybody see Avatar? Our planet was in peril and was dying. And we, as humans, we went to another planet to try to find other resources. When we're dealing with policy and procedures, especially those that wear the administrative hats, there are certain things that we are always governed by. One of them is the bottom line. It's easy for us at times to create policies and procedures by the people in whom we are serving, but sometimes when we have become the administration, we forget what it's like to be in the field. And also we forget what it's like to benefit those in whom we are working for and we are trying to serve. There was a character in this movie called Parker Siegfried. Parker Siegfried was only concerned about mining this particular mineral that he forgot that he inserted people in the Na'vi to learn their culture. They were walking with them, they were talking with them, they were teaching them, and all Siegfried was concerned about was how much money I can make from this. How many times when we are working in our own private practices or in our agencies, and all we are concerned about is making sure that we have our numbers? How many times have we gone into certain people's homes and their culture is different from ours, but because it's 4 o'clock and 4:30 is around the corner, we want to rush through this, and we're not hearing what they're saying to us because they're not speaking in the same dialect in which we speak? Are you sensitive to that particular culture's needs at that time when you're tired? Or are we just trying to make it through the day? By the way, the movie is called To Wong Foo.
To Wong Foo, thanks for everything.
They leave New York out of the comfort of their home because remember, in New York, it is a melting society. It's a melting pot. Anything goes. And they have a breakdown somewhere in the United States. There was no determination of where they were. But these 3 drag queens, one Caucasian, one African American, and one Latino, went to this culture and they stuck out like a sore thumb. They encountered so much bias. They encountered so many stares because they were different. How many times have you gone into clients' houses and it wasn't the way that you were brought up and you looked at them like something was wrong with them? How many times have we created policies, and men in the room, please don't stone me after this, but we create policies based on gender as well. These 3 persons came to this town and they turned the town upside down. They opened their eyes to different things. And some of them, most of the townspeople, had never encountered people of different ethnicities. They had never seen an African American. They had never seen a Latino, let alone a drag queen. But in your work that you do, when you encounter things that are different from you, and the way that you were brought up, and the way that you were raised, how easy is it for you to switch your hat off and say, this violates my training, this violates my upbringing, but I still have to give this person service? Next movie, Samantha Jones, Carrie, Miranda, and Charlotte. Sex in the City. A display of femininity and sexism at the same time. In the second movie, when they traveled to the Middle East, they had to change their behavior to adapt the culture. Are we expecting other people to live in our culture, or are we respectful that that's theirs? And I may be viewed as the stranger coming in and out. when we're looking at cultural competency, how are we viewing the world through our work? The last movie that I want to talk about is Eat, Love, and Pray. Never saw it until Saturday. And it was an interesting movie. Julia Roberts' character sets out to solve her life issues. One of the lines in the movie says, everything falls apart. And then you got to go to work. And then you got to deal with people. Have you ever had a flat tire on your way to work and it threw your whole day off? Or as you're driving to work and your car dies, but you got a 9 o'clock meeting, you got a house visit at 10:45, you don't have time for that right then. But the people whom you serve, they weren't the ones that did it. But how many times have we, in terms of the ones that's providing service, because we're having that day, it says, I'm having one, everybody gonna have one today. Take care of the body in which you have, because this is the instrument that allows you to serve other people. Seek guidance from your source, whatever your source may be. And when we think about family, I alluded to you earlier that the biological family is not the only type of family there is. Blood makes you related, but love makes you family. How wide is your family tree? Thank you.